Mark is such a savage. Look at him, friends. I just saw a woodpecker. Okay, see this on there? Okay. Yesterday, we're gonna do some investigation here, and I've got the video for you. I got it. I'm gonna turn the camera around so that I'm not on selfie mode, so that we can get down straight here right now. Son of a sing-song, sang-a-dang-a. You like them words? So do I. Just for the kids at home, that was son of a sakana, son of a sang-dang-a, sang-a-lang-a. No, it wasn't, but it was something similar. You don't have to swear. All right, friends, here we are. The next day. Mark, buddy. So, friends, we all know, well, I do, and you just have to take my word for it. But who are you going to take your word from? Someone with a dull saw or someone with a sharp saw? I'm just being foolish. Okay, but I'm actually quite serious. Now, who remembers that chain that I filed with the 3/16 file on a 7/32 setup on a 3/8 chain? Who remembers when I did that video? I didn't do it to say, hey, do this. I did it to show you that when you're in a pinch, say you're out in the bush or you're at a job and you just can't find a file to do a quick cleanup filing on the first filing of your chain. Friends, I put that chain on a hot rod 500i yesterday with a 32-inch bar full house and cracked into some hard, dry fur. I'll have the video for you to watch. It was glorious. It just was. Now, this is a stock chain. It's cutting quite nice. This is Donnie Walker's saw, and I need to investigate something. And we're going to do it together. Yesterday, I fired up this saw. Well, so this is a complete traditional Walkerized muffler. Donnie Walker. Okay, friends, I'm not going to show you a ton, but I want you to understand what I'm talking about. This is the same saw. I just swapped the muffler out. I'll show you all this video at a later date. Listen to what happens with this bear claw muffler. Okay, that's interesting. You see what happened? Oh, that's very interesting. So, friends, I'm at the house. It's today, and it was driving me nuts. I talked to Iron Horse, I talked to Dino Joe, and I've heard of this thing where you throw a muffler on and you got to retune, and I've had that happen, but nothing as extreme as what just happened in the bush yesterday. The first one I showed you was Donnie Walker saw. I showed you the muffler, fired up, boom, bang, beautiful, cut great. I threw on this muffler, the BBR muffler. Look what happened. So I thought when I got home, I got it running, tuning, I tuned it and I carried on, but I wondered, was it lean, fat, or what would have happened if I had gave it more fuel? It was kind of interesting out in the bush doing it. So I woke up this morning, I thought, I got to figure this out. So I just done it, and that's what we're watching right now. Over and out, skis. I almost feel like taking that plastic thing. I don't like this plastic thing in here. Actually, I'm taking it out. I don't need it there. Okay, so let me look at something here. Half, one. Okay, so it's at one turn, which makes sense. Half, 1. So it was actually, that might make sense. That might make sense. When I swapped out the muffler, friends, when I swapped out the muffler, the saw died. It wouldn't idle. See what happened? Whoa! Okay, you hear it? You hear that? Okay, this is very interesting. So do you know what I just done? I turned the low jet in to see if I could get it to rev up. It did not do so. So what I'm trying to figure out is what actually happened when I put that muffler on. When I took Donnie's muffler with the thing freaking idle like a dream, you know what I mean? It came out of Donnie's hands. You guys remember, it's all on channel. As soon as I put this muffler on, it was actually the BBR muffler that I put on that the saw died. It died. Then I put this muffler on and it just idled, but I ended up tuning it in the video and I will show you this. It's where it was yesterday. I am going to actually open the low jet and see if we actually idle up. Check this out. This is going to be interesting. Now that it's started, it'll fire back up. Maybe it won't. Very interesting. That's because it's got no fuel. We need more fuel. This is extremely interesting to me, friends.
Friends, I'm showing this process because I know people go through this. Give me a heck yeah in the freaking comments if you understand or if you've been through this and wonder. See what's happening here?
Okay. Half, 1, and about right there. So now we're at about 1 1/4 turn. So I actually opened it up. Let's see what happens. I think we're actually set. I think it was the idle. We're just gonna make sure, friends. Okay, if I don't explain this, you're probably going to be wondering what I'm doing in there. I needed to know whether... I wanted to understand what was happening to the motor. I'm trying to figure out the motor and the carb and what happens. So essentially, the idle was set and everything was set for that other muffler. Put on that other muffler and it died. So, yes, I can just turn the idle up. 100% I can. And just out there, turn it up and carry on. But is that what the saw needs to run at its full efficiency? This is a low jet tuning video 100%. 100%. I do some stuff here. So what I just done there is, that's why I say when you tune your low jet, you don't want a bunch of idle on it. You don't want a bunch of idle on your tuning when you're tuning. You just want just enough so that you can actually read what the low jet is doing, and that's what we do now. Check this out. That's a lean low jet. That is a lean low jet. But it's okay, because there's hardly any idle on. That gives you, listen, that gives you throttle response. It hesitated. Okay, let's talk about this tuning. Friends, this is very important stuff. It's doing its thing. It has a rhythm. Could I turn the idle down a little bit? Perhaps. That's a super low idle. Now here's the deal. Listen, this is interesting. If it was fat on the low jet, it would stall right now because it would load up and stall. That is a super low idle. That's why I say when you tune your low jet, you can't have a bunch of idle at it. That's a nice lope right there. Okay, let's talk about benefits and pros and cons to tuning a low jet that way, okay? The pros to having a low jet like that, low idle, I've had saws, vintage saws, that don't have an idle screw. Because it's a different carburetor on it. Someone through the years just changed the carburetor and they get lucky, mainly with the Max. This is where I learned all my tuning tricks, is on the Max and guys like Bobby Walker, and hanging on the bench with Donnie and Bobby Walker. This is where I learned my tunings, and Bear Claw. These guys are in their 70s and 80s now. Donnie's 50-something, 55, my age, a little older than I am. But I'm talking about the older guys, okay? Guys that have got 50 years on power saws, 50 years on two-stroke repairs, building, hot rodding. These are the guys I learned to tune from. So this saw right now, here's the benefits to it. Throttle response on a lean low jet, like on the edge, you get throttle response. You just do, because it doesn't have to consume that extra little bit of fuel in there going boom, whack, Boom, whack, it just goes whack. That's the pro to a low idle jet, lean low jet. Cons, hard start. Little harder start. Maybe 2 or 3 extra pulls. That's the cons that I'm aware of. Other than that, there isn't any. Straight up, there just isn't any. And you get more of a dynamic tune on your high jet too, because if you don't think that your low jet's feeding your carburetor at high throttle or at full capacity, you're mistaken, because it does. The low jet, if you tune your low jet wide open throttle and you go and you tune your low jet, your saw will rev up and rev down. It does, friends. So yesterday the saw got fat. That's what happened. It got fat from that muffler. People tell me that's a good thing. All right, that's it. That's it for today. Our little tuning video. Donnie Walker, I love you, brother. You know that. This saw is built for longevity. I've got saws from Donnie Walker. I will be honest. My big bore, my XPW is tired now. It's tired. It's got, I don't know how many hours. I don't keep track, but I've had that saw for probably 20 years. And I had that saw in my heyday of falling. And it's tired. And I think I might rebuild it, actually. To be honest with you, I think I might rebuild it. Yeah. There it is. It's because I held on to it. Oh, yeah. Kyle Baker, Dion Shuffletowski, Freddie, Andrew, Maras. Your axe handles went out today. And as much as I'd like to be out cracking some more firewood, because it's time, it is, friends, it's time to start. You know, I'm ahead of the game. I always am, but it's time. We got Brian. We got a big job at Brian's to do. He's got 2 big balsam that are dead. We're going to go fall them, and we're going to get out the Easton mate, and we're going to go to town. We got some stuff planned, always. And it's so good to be able to kind of still be mustering around. I'm not totally healed, but I'm able to muster around, and I'm used to mustering around. So it's time to get at these handles, and I'm moving on through the list, friends. And I'll get them out as quick as I can for you. And Rita will give me a hand. Listen, friends, I love yous all. Thank you so much for all your positive comments and just being here and living and letting living. Work hard, be honest, and most of all, be kind, friends. I'll catch you on the next one.